Hopefully they got it together. Okay, I'm getting ready to go live.
Okay.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. We are still on this Free Texas campaign, the voices from behind the walls, y'all. And I am the queen of collaborations, Angela Thomas Smith, affectionately known across these social media platforms. If you will, share this in your circle of influence. I tell you, I've had two amazing guests on so far, and I don't care what you think. Yes, I think that they are amazing because we are fearfully and wonderfully made in his image, not man's image, but his image. So, yes, I have had some amazing guests that have really poured out their focus on today. That word focus, hope, rock, and life. I'm telling you, you have the power to speak life. According to Proverbs 18 and 21, you have that power in your tongue. So, what will you speak? Will you speak life or death? I'm telling you, I'm speaking life and I'm sharing that. Remember, you have to be the change that you desire to see in this world because nothing is dropping out of the sky. It's time for you to catch up with your destiny. Today, I have Mr. Who I have.
Hola.
Introduce yourself.
Okay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
My name is Orlando Reyes. TDC number is 01796916, and I'm currently incarcerated at the Connolly Unit in Kennedy, Texas. I'm serving a 50-year aggravated sentence for indecency with a child, and I am actually innocent of the crime that I was accused of. I've been incarcerated now 12 years, and I am very grateful for this opportunity to share my story with the world, and I have exhausted my remedies, but I am currently in the courts right now on an actual innocence appeal, uh, and I'm hoping and praying God will deliver me this time. Uh, I'm seeking help from the outside world. It's been hard down here, and I believe that God opens doors, and this is one of the avenues that He's opening for me. He's allowing me to share my story. Grateful, feel blessed, confident. It's been hard down here these 12 years. Only got support from my mom, who's 75 years old, suffering from diabetes and cirrhosis of the liver. So things, I don't have much support, and financially only she's the only one. She's struggling herself, living off a Social Security check, trying to pay her own bills. Uh, that's pretty much my story, and I just hoping that someone will have compassion and reach out to me. I'm seeking support from every angle, whether it just be a letter of encouragement, financial support if possible, just someone that will be there by my side and help me in this journey that I'm going through. That's basically it.
So I have a couple questions that I would like to ask. Um, I know you said that you are incarcerated and you are innocent. So how do you end up in prison with a 50 plus year sentence if you
Well,
are innocent? Please tell the
yeah,
people how you ended up in this situation.
yeah. Well, as I was going to court on this case, uh, I was offered a 9-year plea bargain and a $20,000 pretrial bond. And usually in these type of cases, I was originally charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child. Usually in these cases, the bond is very high, especially when they know they have strong evidence to convict. Uh, it wasn't like that in my case. I was offered a $20,000 very low bond. I got out without a monitor. Offered a 9-year plea bargain. Didn't take it. The DA was very upset when I refused the plea bargain, and she automatically told the judge at that moment, like, Judge, we had a 9-year plea bargain on the table, but that's no longer on the table, Your Honor. And you could see the anger in her voice. You could hear the anger in her voice. You could see the anger in her face. She was really messed up about that. So when I didn't take it, I'm out on pretrial bond now about 2.5 months now, and I go to a docket call, and they charge me with 2 other counts. They charge me with indecency with a child, and then another indecency. So as this goes on, she takes me outside the courtroom into another room with my lawyer present, and she's like, I just want to let you know that you need to sign this last plea bargain. She was offering me 15 years at that time. She says, if you don't sign, I'm very good friends with the judge, and she will side with me, and I'm going to ask for life. So you can see the vindictiveness coming from her, because I didn't want to sign that plea bargain. So she's very upset now. So long story short, I refused that one too, and I tell you, I'm telling you from day one, I am innocent, and I'm sticking with that. And I'm not signing any plea bargain. I thought I made that very clear with you. So she gets interfered, she gets upset. Of course, I get upset too. Things are very stressful at the moment. Going through a lot with my family. I'm looking at my lawyer like, man, what's going on, man? Like, do you hear the words that are coming out of this woman's mouth, man? And she's crazy, man. She wants to hang me. And the whole time he's just looking down. You could tell I don't know what happened. His whole demeanor just changed, because he was like adamant about trying to get me out, really adamant about fighting my case. All of a sudden, his whole demeanor changed. It's like he just started giving up. He wasn't even putting any effort towards fighting my case. Of course, he was court appointed, wasn't paying him, but so fast forward to my trial date, and they decide to offer me one more plea bargain, 20 years, and I refused that one too. And here we are in court, and on the day of court, they decide to drop charges 2 and 3, counts 2 and 3, and just stick with 1 count. And so, mind you, the counts 2 and 3 were indecency with a child. Count 1 was aggravated sexual assault of a child. Well, according to the law, when you waive a count, it's no longer admissible after that point. Well, the judge abused her discretion and allowed the DA to admit that charge as a lesser included offense. So I get found not guilty for the greater offense of aggravated sexual assault of a child, but I get found guilty for the lesser included, which had already been previously abandoned and waived, which is no longer admissible. So the injustice that was done against me in court was horrible, man. And I didn't realize this type of this charge. I didn't realize that these charges, once they're waived, they cannot be readmitted. I didn't find out until about 2018, 2019 when I started doing my own case law research. And, I always felt in my spirit like, hey, there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here. And I hadn't even looked in the law books yet. So 2021, I started going down to the law library here in prison, here at the Connolly unit. And I started doing my own research. And I see in the law where it states where you cannot do that. And I found a bunch of cases upon it, and I started writing them all down. And then I get here, and my friend Cornell Drummer, he starts to help me with my case. I finally confided in him and found some trust with him. He started helping me. He's like, man, you need to check this out, man. You need to fight this right here. You got good issues. You got good argument right here. So he started helping me. We put it together by the grace of God. It's in the court right now. Currently looking at it, and I just hope and pray that God will find justice for me.
Wow.
That's all I got.
That's sad. And then you have evidence proving that you are innocent, and they just forget about the evidence. It just, we put trust in the judicial system because they told us, to trust that justice will be served. But when you hear story after story after story after story after story like this, where the public defenders is working with the prosecutor and the judge, it's like they all, it's just so sad that corruption is so blatantly in the state of Texas. You can Google corruption and all kind of things come up, and it's like nobody is doing nothing about it. And I am so saddened that this is happening. We're going to be praying for you, and hopefully that they will open those doors and you will be able to walk free, because it's sad that you have been incarcerated now, 12 years? You've missed 12 years of your life because of individuals that have power wanting to throw around their power. It all for money, because it all boils down to them money. That's what it all boils down to. They're willing to put people in prison because they know that for every bed that they fill, they get money behind that. And then they getting money under the table for working with these judges, for working with these prosecutors. It's sad. It's sad that people have to lose their life. People lose family members and relationships behind going to prison. Wow. What has this journey been like for you these last 12 years? How has your family life been? I mean, because I know it can't be good when you're accused of something. People are always looking at you sideways. They gonna look at you sideways. You can say you didn't do it. You can plead your innocence, but people gonna look at you sideways. And until these lawyers and judges and people declare you innocent, they can still, no matter how much you say you innocent, they're not gonna believe it until those people say that you're innocent. So what has this been like for you?
Oh, it's been so rough. It's been a lot of heartache, a lot of grief. I lost my dad in 2013. I got incarcerated in 2012. I lost my dad 2013, a year later. That was rough. I lost a relationship with my ex. She stayed down with me for about 6.5 years, and then she just got lonely. She just couldn't deal with it anymore. It was too overwhelming for her, and that was rough because she was supporting me too in every which way, and then I had to rely on my mom, and that was rough too because, like I said, she works on an income, and she's up in age, and she's sick, so it's been real rough. I shed a lot of tears for the first 5 years. I remember crying. I cry out to God like I've lost count. You know what I mean? It was a lot of pain I was dealing with. No one really understood my situation. And then it's like you say, you can declare your innocence and you can tell people, but, especially down here dealing with the prison environment and the mindset of the people down here, they're not really trying to hear that, and they don't really believe that anyone's innocent in prison, and I was I'm guilty of the same thing. I used to think the same thing until it happened to me. And then I realized, man, there are innocent people in prison. And it's been very, very painful. If it wasn't for my relationship with God and Jesus Christ, I don't know where I'd be right now. He's been my rock, and he's the one that's allowed me to stand strong and persevere through these hard times. And he's actually given me a hope and a future. So I'm just so thankful for my relationship with God. I continue day in and day out to try to just draw closer to God and stay in His presence. You know, He just gives me a peace that surpasses all understanding, even in the midst of my chaos and my troubles and my struggles. And I just thank God I haven't lost my mind down here. You know, because there's been times where I felt like I was about to lose my mind. You know, you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. You know, no one really believes you. No one really wants to help you. You know, you're crying out, you're pleading for help. And, you know, it seems like people just don't understand until they're in your shoes, actually going through what you're going through. You know, during my case, there was a lot of, it was just hearsay. It was a hearsay case, you know. There was no evidence whatsoever. Wasn't able to be pointed out directly in the courtroom. She accused another person of doing it. Just a whole bunch of discrepancies in the court and in the trial, and just a lot of corruption. You know, they manipulated the charge, and the judge abusing her discretion, allowing the DA to inadmissible count that had already been waived and abandoned. You know, so I was found not guilty for the greater, the lesser, but you cannot admit the lesser included offense because it had already been waived and abandoned. So according to the law, that's void. It's no longer admissible. So there was a lot of injustice. It was just it's amazing how they get away with these things. Then you come down here and you got to fight for your own, and I wasn't financially stable like that. My people have money like that to hire a lawyer, you know. So I had to do what I could do with, you know, a jailhouse lawyer. You know, they really don't honor those things either. The courts are very, very picky on how they deal with things. But yeah, it's been hard. It's what do? It's been very hard. I'm, you know, some days are better than others. You know, I'm getting by. You know.
Well, I want you to stay encouraged and stay focused. I tell you, God dropped that word in my spirit as the last gentleman was on, and that word focus. Stay focused. Be free to be who God has called you to be. Know that you can't overcome this through Christ. We have a. You can continue to speak life over yourself and watch what He do. Understand who and what you are in Him, and be a servant. Stay focused, and I will be praying for you. Hope that those doors will swing open soon for you. And I want to thank you for stopping by and being a voice. Thank you for being the change that you desire to see in this world. Because if you don't speak up, nobody else will. So thank you. Is there anything that you would like to leave with the people on today?
Yes, I would just like to encourage anyone who's been falsely accused and falsely imprisoned that has been doing X amount of years behind bars or just lost loved ones and hurting inside. I want to encourage you to stay strong. Keep your relationship with God number one, first and foremost. Keep your head up. Keep thinking positive. Keep speaking life. Keep believing. Never lose your faith in God, because all things are possible to those who believe in Him. And He will turn your situation around. He will open new doors and new avenues to voice, to give you a voice, to share your experience with others. And when that opportunity does arise, I hope and pray that you will take the initiative to come forth and speak your story, share your story with the world, because the world needs to know about the injustice and the corruption that's going on in the judicial system here in Texas, and not only here in Texas, but nationwide. Your voice is much needed, so just stay strong, stay encouraged, and keep your faith in God. And I would like to thank you once again, ma'am, for the opportunity that you gave me as a platform to reach people that are hurting with my same situation, that are going through the same struggle that I'm going through. And I'm just very grateful. And I hope and pray that you will continue what you're doing. You're doing a good thing. Just keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You have a great day.
Okay, you too.
I want you guys that are tuned in to share this in your circle of influence. You never know what the next person may be in need of. There's step, and you never know who may be wrongfully incarcerated. You may be free. You may be free, but you may end up behind prison wall tomorrow for something that you did not do. So do not sit quietly. When you see something, do something about it, y'all. Because we have to be the change that we desire to see in this world. So definitely, I thank you guys for tuning in on today. I have one more show coming up. We're gonna go live at 12:30. So I gotta jump off and jump on over there. So y'all follow me on over there. One more. I told y'all every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm gonna be bringing you the Free Texas campaign, Voices from Behind the Wall, because we are the change that we desire to see. See you in a few, y'all.
Okay. Let me see if I can get this other guy right now.
Why is you talking?